Welcome to the second episode of Behind the Crumble. Today we have a special guest with us, our founder Kim.
Hello. You found me on the floor.
So today we're going to be revealing our October special, which for many years has been the Pumpkin Crumble.
So this year we're not doing pumpkins, which is a crazy thing because pumpkins literally saved this business. We would not be here without the Humble Pumpkin. Cast your minds back to 2020 during COVID, and I was standing in Spitalfields Market with no customers. I had the idea to put a pumpkin crumble inside of a pumpkin, and this pumpkin crumble just captured the imagination of people online, and people just came and came and came, and they finally understood that a crumble place existed, and it really put Humble Crumble on the map. So I'm forever grateful to the pumpkin, but we do feel like now is the time to say bye. One of the reasons is that actually when we made the pumpkin crumble, we wanted to make a zero waste crumble. So we would use the outside as the cup and the inside as the filling. And actually in practice, this didn't work because with this, there's a lot of waste still. So what we found is that we would try and encourage people to take their pumpkin home and either cook it or carve it into a little Halloween decoration. But lots of people came from around the world and would just throw them in the bin. But there is a funny story around the pumpkins, is that trying to actually source these pumpkins was really difficult because we want something that's actually a baby pumpkin, not a huge pumpkin. So we ended up buying these pallets and pallets of pumpkins from this farmer who at one point actually delivered about a ton of pumpkins. And when they were taking it off the lorry, the pallet fell, and it fell completely where I was standing. And I just took a couple of steps back, and I was literally just standing like in the middle of the street with all these pumpkins around me, being like, oh my God, this pumpkin has saved my business, but it's almost squashed me. Like, this is crazy. So to try and prevent another health and safety accident like that happening again, is another reason why we're taking out the pumpkins. But instead,
So instead of the pumpkins this year, we'll be using apples, which if they fell on you would be less of an injury than a pumpkin.
I'd be like Isaac Newton. I would discover gravity.
Yeah. This year we're actually going to be bringing back one of your favourite specials ever, which is the Sticky Toffee Apple. But she's had a bit of a makeover this year, so I'll show you later what it looks like, but we're adding a mini toffee apple on top, which is really cute. And we think this is a good compromise to taking away the pumpkins because you equally love the Sticky Toffee Apple. Yeah, so let's go into the kitchen and we'll show you how it's made. So traditionally in a sticky toffee pudding, the only fruit you'd have are dates. And we had some sugared dates on our first and second iteration of the Sticky Toffee Apple. But the fruit base we just have stewed apples for. The reason for this is it's quite a subtle fruit apple. It's also very traditional for crumble, but it kind of lets the sticky toffee sauce shine for itself. It also has a bit of bite to it, which is good because the other components, the sauce obviously is quite liquid. It's nice to just have a bit of texture to the crumble. So yeah, that's the fruit base for the Sticky Toffee Apple Crumble. So now this is all nicely stewed, I'm just gonna turn it off and go and drain it. So I'd say the most defining part of a sticky toffee pudding is the sauce. So we really didn't want to mess around with that too much with the crumble. So we've got a simple salted sticky toffee sauce, and it's quite like a runny texture, which is good. It coats the apples and you kind of get that sticky toffee feel throughout the crumble. So in here I've got salted butter, dark brown sugar, and then we've got some cream. I've also got some extra salt in there because salt is good to balance out all the sweetness. Okay, so now all the elements of the crumble are made. We're going to assemble a crumble and also speak to you a bit about how the crumble came to be. So if you don't mind passing me some apple. So originally with the Sticky Toffee Apple, we had the apple, which I'm going to pop in, sauce, brown sugar crumble, a topping, and then a drizzle of extra sauce. And it was only finished with some sugared dates on top, but for this one, it was coming up against the pumpkin, so it needed to look really special. So I first added on some petals and then a mini apple as well. And then Kim had some suggestions just to elevate it slightly and bring it to what it is today.
I felt like the pumpkin crumble was so visually striking that we needed to also add some like drama
So we're just adding on now some extra thick double cream. This crumble can be ordered with hot custard, cold custard, our whipped cream, or the extra thick double. We would both suggest you order it with this. We think it's the yummiest. So I've added on the sauce, which is what we had on our last 2 sticky toffee apples. This is a new addition. So we've got some petals that kind of look like autumn leaves, mixed with some hazelnuts for some crunch and flavour. And I'm just going to sprinkle them around the edge of the crumble. And then this was Kim's suggestion.
Yeah, because I felt like before Ruby had just put on a non-toffied apple on the top, and I felt like it looked a bit flat.
Yeah.
And so I said, let's add some height. I love our whipped cream. I think it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Let's add some of that.
It also just needed it because if we just added on the apple now, it would just sink straight into the crumble. So it needed something to prop itself up. So I'm just going to do a small swirl of cream in the middle. And then we have our little toffied apples, which sits on top. And then, do you want to do the honours? Wow. Woohoo!
I love that.
I know.
It's so
You
cute.
went crazy there. I'm like... and there it is. That's our sticky toffee apple crumble with a makeover for Halloween.
Yep.
We hope you enjoy.
Yes, we hope you like it.
Come down to the bakeries, give it a go.
See you next month.
See you next
November
month.
special. And if there's anything you want to know, any suggestions, like we're new to the YouTube, so like put in the comments anything you want to see. We might not show you everything, but we'll be open to your suggestions.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Oh my god.
I don't think I got any fruit.
I did. I got everything except for the apple.
So good. So good with the
Oh my God.
extra thick double cream especially.
It's so good.
It just really cuts through all the sweetness and is really fresh with the rest of the crumble, I think. And the hazelnuts. Yummy.
Yeah. And you're right. Double thick cream. The best.
Come try it. It's delicious. The apple has seeds in, so if you're going to eat around the middle. Do you want the
It's
apple?
so yummy. No, you have it.
I don't want the apple.
You don't want the apple.
It is delicious though.
I love it.